that one little thing where he does the little tick. He goes, I thought, okay, you better keep that tick or I'm going to find you and I'm going to kick your ass. And I'm just calling for it again. Make him the new Snake Plissken.
I think he's already said he won't do that.
Oh,
I know.
that's so wrong. Oh my God, how great would that be if they got his dad to be Cobra Pliskin or something, and you're only, that you could do father and son. Damn.
Papa Pliskin.
Papa Pliskin.
And then at one point he just goes, Papa, can you Pliskin?
I almost went down that path, Sean, and I didn't do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything. We got the Academy Awards tonight. By the time this comes out, everyone will be there. Do either of you watch that?
No.
Sean?
It's one of those ones, whenever I worked for Blockbuster and it was actually relevant to my business, I would pay attention to it. Now that I don't, not so much. It's more of I record it and I'll fast forward through it just to see who the winners are or to see if there's an actor that I like that is, presenting or whatever. But have you heard what they're doing this year?
I have not.
Oh, God damn it. I'm forgetting who's directing it. An actual director is directing it, and they're treating it like a film somehow.
Oh,
hang on 1 second.
Well, while you look at that, I'll say the reason I have to ask is for the other podcast I do called The Other Kind Radio, I'm asked to be the film guy that reports on it. And in that, I notoriously tell people that I despise award shows because I think it's absolutely ludicrous to ever say this is better than that. That's such a preference thing. And yes, you can look at the Citizen Kanes of the world and think this is great. I go into this tonight knowing I have to do it for that part of my quote unquote job. I'm going to tweet with my friend Jeff during it to talk about it. I'm interested to see whatever you're talking about. They're going to treat it differently, but I hate the format of award shows.
Well, first of all awards are made up just to give somebody a prize. So,
well, it's more than that. It's the Hollywood industry saying we need a 3-hour long commercial to promote their films.
Look how important we are, and we're going to give each other pats on the back so that we can make more money. Anyways, I think it's David Soderbergh who's directing the Oscars tonight, and they're going to treat it like a film. And I don't know what they're saying when they say this, but they're going to treat it like a film, and every person presenting is going to play a version of themselves. And there's supposed to be some sort of through line for the whole thing. They're treating it like a movie.
You said David Soderbergh.
Is that? No idea.
Do you mean Steven Soderbergh?
Yeah, it's Steven Soderbergh. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm looking that up real quick, and there's something there that he's involved with. That's really weird. Everybody is scratching their heads because the descriptions make no sense. The Academy Awards could be such a great little encapsulation of what's good about film, and they could show. I thought one of I forget who it was. It may have even been the Academy Awards last year, where they kind of interviewed people about how they got into the film or the films that I'd rather see that. I'd rather see George Clooney tell me the films that affected him that made him want to do this than seeing people get up and do really bad comedy. I don't want to see that.
Well, first of all, my two problems with the Academy Awards is the fact that they really overlook popular movies. If they're really, for the most part, you get a Titanic or an Avatar or something like that. A really popular comedy, it's a comedy. Hey, which gets lumped in with musical and variety, which makes no sense to me. But then, damn it, what was my other point? I can't remember now.
Sean, you're going 90-0. You're figuring your points. I will say there are some good films this year. If you've not seen Promising Young Woman, have either of you seen that?
Oh, I remember. Yes, I have.
Wait a minute. Which one is that one?
That's Carey Mulligan, and she's the young lady
I could not stand that movie.
Oh my God, I adored that movie.
I loved it.
Oh, I could not stand it.
Really? What did you dislike about it?
I mean, do you want me to spoil it for everybody who's watching it?
Okay, if you're listening and you've not seen it.
This whole thing is spoilers. We've already been spoiling Captain America.
I'm just curious because I think it's one of the strongest films of the year. I'm curious to know what didn't work for you.
The character that we follow, that we're supposed to cheer for, just dies.
Protagonist.
I thought that was pretty brave.
I think that we lose focus on her success, and we also never really got to understand her origin into all of this. She's just kind of there.
I totally disagree. What do you mean discover her origin in all this? Her friend, she and her friend were in college. Her friend got assaulted, got kicked. Apparently, nobody at school believed her, or the administration wouldn't help her, so she dropped out, and her friend dropped out, and she dropped out with her, and then her friend committed suicide. I'm assuming at some point.
Right.
So
now it's told to us.
No. I think it's shown to us pretty much.
She discovers it by revealing it to her friend at the dinner table, which is why she.
Yeah, but I think in some films like this, that has to be an internalized thing. I think it's almost like what we talked about sometimes with this found footage this week in Battle. There's some things you can't show me because you weren't there in that moment. And I think for her, it's an internalized struggle. She finds out about her friends in this. She finds out about the death of her friend. And I think the choice to have her die in the end is to show the convictions of
not in the end. She dies
about 15
20 minutes before it's over.
20 minutes before the movie ends.
Okay, but that's when I say the end, that's the final cycle of the film. That's why I say the end. It's not the end of the film, but you're right. But what I think is brave about that is that here's where I thought the film was brilliant, is whenever she gets chained up to a bed at the end, it played into a trope that I have learned in film, which is I expected the boyfriend, even though she knows he was involved with stuff now,
to bust in and save her.
Yes, and I fell prey to that. So when she died, I thought, oh, no one's going to save a woman. We victimize them. We think of them as weak. We think of them as the man needs to save them. And I think that's why she made that choice. And then to have her die, that even when a woman stands up for herself, she has to suffer those consequences. And I think that's what that says when she's laying dead, but she's also laid a trap for these people.
That's what I was going to say. She knew that there's a possibility that she was not going to come away from this. So she had planned that if something goes tits up and I get killed, these people still aren't going to get away with what they did.
I'm not asking you to agree with that, Richard.
All right.
No, you don't have to like it. We liked it. So, we're not going to change your mind, and we're not trying to. We're just saying why we like it.
The thing that really... the character has a Arya Stark list of people that she wants to take down for something that happened to her friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she is willing to be unscrupulous about it to the point that she even has somebody raped. She is not a likable character.
No.
And
she's not supposed to be likable.
Right. And her motivation is messed up, and the character never gets redeemed. She just dies. And she dies 20 minutes. There's nothing to champion this character. There's nothing about the character that is interesting. She's a terrible person, start to finish.
I disagree with I think that you see the redemption of the character through this boyfriend.
How? No.
Yes, you do.
No. She has a friend of hers from college raped midway through the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does.
Yes, she does. But Richard,
right. How does she redeem herself? Well,
if you'll let me finish, hang on, because she meets this boy and she begins to open her world to love. What this thing is, it's not about a redemption of a character. You begin to see that hate piled upon hate does these things, and when she does it, you're right, she is despicable. The thing she does is awful, and what we realize is that no matter what, women go through this mistreatment, and she's also laying waste to it. And I think what it tries to say is surface level, women are treated like this. But if anybody treats anybody like this, you will fall down into this pit. And I think that it basically, with having her lay in that fire pit at the end, it's telling you this is a cautionary tale for all. It's not just women. It's not just, there's so much promise in this woman, according to the title. And I do think that the redemption, the moments of, oh my God, and I was shocked by it, is when she almost begins to fall in love with that guy. And I thought, whoa, this doesn't make any sense to the story. And that's what I want to see in a movie. Constantly make me go, this doesn't make sense with what I expect. I just found it incredibly fascinating throughout. Richard is so unconvinced.
Anyway, I remember what my other problem with the Oscars is now. All right, so there's so many times when a picture and an actor, actress. I hate the fact that those are two different categories. It should be male actor, female actor, because you call a painter that's a woman a paintress. Oh, look at that female doctor, that doctress. No, they're doctors. Just call it male actor and female actor. Anyways, many times in retrospect, when you go back 5-10 years, you can tell who won, really shouldn't have won. That picture maybe was really in the zeitgeist at that minute, but in hindsight, 10 years later, 5 years later, it shouldn't have won Best Picture.
Oh, there's tons of that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like it should be a retrospect award saying, all right, Best Picture 5 years ago. Now we realize it's not Birdman. It should be Whiplash or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't make the decision the year it came out. You make the decision when it's had a little time to gestate. Maybe it ages badly and it shouldn't be nominated. Maybe it ages well and it should be nominated.
But that's also where these awards are stupid, because assigning and saying this is what we just went through. Two of us like a movie, one of us don't. You can't look and say that's the best, because no matter where you go, I love Birdman. I know friends of mine that despise Birdman. Okay, why do we have to say one of us is right, one of us is wrong? It worked. It didn't work. It's of merit. It's interesting, whatever it may be. That's why, for me, I go to the AFI's list. They release 10 things of achievement in both film and television every year. Okay, that's all I need to know. Great. If I need to know what was good that year, here are 10 things I'm going to watch. That's it. This broadcast could be over in 10 minutes, but it will go on for 3 hours.
Well, we got, commercials to sell. We got to promote our movies that we're patting ourselves on the back for, so people go see our movies.
They are going to show trailers tonight for In the Heights and Spielberg's retake of West Side Story. So my musicals are going to be highly represented tonight. So I will watch for that very reason.
Well, that's why you record it and just fast forward at that point.
Dang.
Or you just wait 3 hours and it'll be online.
Yeah, you can do that too. All right. Anybody got anything else?
No.
We lost Richard. He is so done with us at this point.
Let's see, in 5 years, we'll revisit Promising Young Woman and see if our opinions have changed.
In 5 years,
that'll be the actual record.
In 5 years, which Apes movie will we be on? Will we be done by then?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I would think it's probably whatever new ones they're going to put out, probably.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We'll be back next week. 5 more minutes and an in between. Everyone, have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.